48 teams, 3 countries, 104 matches. The 2026 World Cup isn't just bigger than anything football has ever seen. It's a complete reinvention of the tournament you grew up with. And it's happening right now. Here's everything that makes it different and why some people think it might break the World Cup or save it. For 28 years, the World Cup had a perfect shape. 32 teams, 8 groups of 4, 64 matches. Every football fan on earth knew the rhythm. France '98 was the first to use it. Qatar 2022 was the last. In 2017, FIFA's council voted unanimously to blow that up. 48 teams, a 50% expansion, the biggest in World Cup history. The reasons were simple. More countries, more fans, and yes, more money. The biggest prize pool the sport has ever seen. But here's the part that matters. 16 extra spots means nations that have never touched a World Cup finally get their moment. Jordan and Uzbekistan qualified for the first time in their history. Cape Verde, an island nation of 500,000 people, will play at a World Cup. Then there's the hosting. No World Cup has ever been shared by 3 countries. The United States, Mexico, and Canada split the tournament across 16 cities. 11 American, 3 Mexican, 2 Canadian. From Vancouver in the north to Mexico City in the south. That's a tournament stretched across an entire continent. It kicked off on June 11th at the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. And that stadium just made history. The first venue ever to host matches at 3 different World Cups. Pelé lifted the trophy there in 1970. Maradona did it in '86. Now it opens a third era. 39 days later, on July 19th, it all ends at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. More than 82,000 seats, the biggest World Cup final venue in decades, just across the river from Manhattan. Playing across a continent has consequences. Matches kick off across 4 time zones. Teams can fly 5 hours between group games. Summer heat in Texas pushed FIFA toward climate-controlled, roofed stadiums for afternoon kickoffs. Players' unions pushed back, and FIFA built in longer rest windows. That's the trade-off of a continental World Cup. Now the format, because this is where everyone gets confused. 48 teams are split into 12 groups of 4. The top 2 in every group advance. That's 24. But 12 groups means the math doesn't fold neatly into a knockout bracket. So FIFA added a twist. The 8 best third-place teams also go through. 24 plus 8. 32 teams in the knockout rounds, which means the World Cup now has a round of 32, an entire extra knockout round that has never existed before. Win it all, and you'll have played 8 matches instead of 7. 104 matches in total, up from 64. That's 40 extra games of World Cup football in a single summer. Critics hate parts of this. Letting third-place teams survive can reward mediocrity, and it risks turning group games into cautious chess matches. We've seen it happen at the Euros. But there's a flip side. Almost every group stays alive until the final match day, because finishing third might still be enough. And history says expansion creates chaos in the best way. When the Euros grew, Wales reached a semifinal, and Iceland knocked out England. Giant killings need giants and killers in the same room. This tournament has more of both than any in history. The scale is hard to overstate. This summer is on pace to smash the total attendance record set in 1994, the last time the United States hosted. More teams, more matches, more broadcast hours than any football tournament ever staged. For the first time since 1994, the world's biggest tournament runs on North American time. Depending on where you live, that's either perfect or brutal. Which brings up the one practical problem, actually watching it. Broadcast rights are split differently in every country. And if you're traveling this summer, your home broadcaster probably won't work abroad. There's a free guide linked in the description that covers every broadcaster in every country and how fans watch their home coverage from anywhere. It takes 2 minutes, and it'll save you missing a match. Bigger isn't always better, but the World Cup has never been afraid to grow. 13 teams in 1930, then 16, 24, 32, and now 48. Every expansion was called a mistake, and every one produced legends nobody saw coming. Somewhere in those 48 squads is a story that hasn't been written yet. 39 days, 104 matches. It's already started. Try to keep up.